Alright, good morning everyone. Fast Track Mason here with the Fast Track Storm Center. It is already Thursday finally. Welcome to Fast Track Morning Weather. Hope you guys are off to a great start this morning. And I hope you guys can hear me, by the way. I switched the audio from my webcam to my phone, okay? And so I hope it's a lot more clear now, okay? But yeah, we are already halfway through the week. We do have a lot to talk about, however, in today's show. And so let's go ahead and get right to that. So as you see here, as I'm getting my tablet up, you can see as we take a look at Fast Track HD Doppler radar scanning the skies this morning, we are seeing some rain move through across parts of the viewing area. You can see a heavier band down here across Butler, Warren, and Clinton counties. I'll actually go ahead and zoom in on those counties. Whoops, I went the wrong direction. But actually, first of all, up here you can see some spotty showers across parts of Preble, Miami, and a bigger one down around Urbana in Champaign County, and then some spotty showers off into eastern Champaign, northeastern Clark County as well. And these not severe, but could be putting down some heavy rain, some light to heavy rain, really, especially this one right here. And as we slide down here across the southern part of our viewing area, especially our Ohio River counties, Butler, Warren, and Clinton, you can see some heavier rain moving through. This will continue to slide off to the south this morning, and so we will be eventually drying out as we head throughout the day today. Okay, so this will not last very much. This will not last much longer, really. So it will continue to move out of the area, and then we will see it clear out for the time being. However, that doesn't mean we are not out of the woods at all, okay? Because if I go over and grab it, give me 1 second here. We have a threat for severe weather, okay? And that's what I am trying to pull up here. Is the Severe Weather Outlook Tracker, okay? There we go. Okay, so it has been expanded now. So as you see here, the viewing area has been divided now by the Storm Prediction Center. You can see across the south, so Fayette Union, and over across parts of southern Preble, Montgomery, and Greene counties, and all the way down into Butler, Warren, and Clinton counties, we have a level 2 out of 5. That is a slight risk for severe weather this evening, whereas this orange shading that you see here that encompasses the rest of the viewing area from I-70 south to I-70 north, including Wayne and Randolph County, this is a level 3, okay? A level 3 enhanced risk. So that means this right here is the area that has the greatest chance for severe weather tonight, okay? Yes, the slight risk as well is a pretty good indication of severe weather for across the south, but the orange shade right here is the area the Storm Prediction Center is highlighting as being the greatest area, rather, for seeing severe weather. Wind, hail are our biggest threats. Isolated tornadoes as well. If I actually go over to the Torcon tracker. Come on. There we go. There we go. I know it looks like we have a Torcon of 2, but it's actually been raised, okay? And I can prove that. If I go over here to my weather bulletin, actually, I do want to go over to SPC and double check this, just to make sure I'm not wrong, really. Torcon, yeah. That is what I thought. So I'm going to show this, okay? And usually I don't show things from other websites, unless if I have to. But I do want you guys to notice something, okay? So this is the SPC's website, which is the Storm Prediction Center, which is actually located in Norman, Oklahoma. That is actually a branch of the National Weather Service, okay? They are the ones that monitor these trends for severe weather, like the one that we have today, okay? And you can see here where this brown shading is. That is a Torcon of, I believe, 5. So this brown shading right here is actually Torcon of 5. So we do not have a Torcon 2. We do not have a Torcon 2. We have a Torcon of 5, okay? And so that is what we are looking at, okay? So I'll go ahead and switch it back over to Fast Track HD Doppler radar. There we go. So this green shading really is the brown, okay? For some odd reason, my radar does not like to show the brown. I don't know why, so don't hold me to that. But yes, we do have a Torcon of 5 across the entire viewing area. So we do have a bit more of a higher chance for seeing tornadoes, okay? As we go over and look at current temperatures this morning, you can see once the numbers start to load, if they do. There we go. You can see we are already in the high 50s to low 60s this morning. You can see 57 up in Auglaize County, 61 in Darke County, 61 across Vandalia and Southern Clark County, 63 in Miamisburg, 61 down in Butler County, and also 61 in Wilmington this morning. And these are going to continue to climb. We're going to see temperatures climb into the 80s again, just like what we saw a few weeks ago, okay? A couple weeks ago. With that other round of thunderstorms that we had, okay? As we go over to graphics, see here. Flip it here. Oops. Don't want that. I'm trying to flip it. For some reason my computers want to be a jerk this morning. Alan. I'm trying to pull the graphics up here, you guys. There we go. There we go. I forgot. Okay, so you can see here that today and tonight's forecast. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with morning showers, like I showed you on Fast Track HD Doppler radar, with that band of rain that's moving through our area, through the southern part of the viewing area. So we'll be dealing with morning showers this morning. Then we'll be clearing out this afternoon. We'll be seeing temperatures climb up towards 81 degrees. That is our target. That is our target high today. Then tonight is when we deal with the thunderstorms. So you see thunderstorms early, then overcast, with occasional rain overnight. Okay, and then temperatures dropping over down to 36. Okay, because we do have a cold front moving through. That is why the temperatures are going to start to drop all the way down to 36. Okay, anytime that you have severe weather move through, and you get this to happen, where you have a warm front move through, so for those of you that don't know, and are maybe asking me why right now, why are we dealing with severe weather again, Mason? You may be asking yourselves, Mason, didn't we just deal with severe weather? We've been dealing with multiple days of severe weather for like the past few weeks. Yes, we have, and that is true. But you have to understand, it's spring now. Spring is usually the time when we start to see a lot of the severe weather fire off, okay? That's usually the time when we see a lot of it fire off, because we always will get, because we get a lot more these days where we have the higher temperatures and a lot more moisture built in. And if you don't know this, moisture is one of the many things that you need to make severe thunderstorms form, okay? Because thunderstorms, they like Especially severe ones, they love that warm, juicy air. So when I say warm air, that means that they love to feed off of the warm air that the warm front provides, okay? Because the warm front provides the lift in the atmosphere. And then when I say the juicy, that means they love to feed off the moisture. So the more moisture that you have build up at the surface and the more that builds up into the atmosphere, the more energy that you will have build up for those storms to feed off of. The moisture is the storm's basically main fuel supply, okay? And the more moisture that you have in place, the stronger the storms are going to get and the higher the chances that you have seeing them. Then you have a lifting mechanism. So in terms of, so the reason why we are seeing temperatures drop all the way down to 36 is because as the storms move through, we are going to be seeing a cold front move through. And a cold front is also what's called a lifting mechanism. All right? And that is what brings the cold air through, and that's what shuts the severe weather down, okay? That's what shuts the air down, so that way no more severe storms can form after the first round moves through, okay? Yes, after the storms move through tonight, we are going to be seeing occasional rain overnight. Yes, we will be seeing that. But in terms of thunderstorms, after this main round moves through, we will not be seeing more, okay? Then we also have an area of low pressure. That's what's providing that spin in the atmosphere. And that's also what's enabling thunderstorms to form, okay? All right? Because if we had high pressure spins in a clockwise direction, okay? Spins in a clockwise direction, whereas low pressure spins in a counterclockwise direction. So if you had high pressure in control, then we wouldn't have any thunderstorms move through. We would be dealing with dry conditions all day, both this morning and throughout the afternoon and tonight as well. So, but because we have low pressure in control, that's what's allowing us to have this chance for thunderstorms tonight and the morning showers this morning. Okay, so that's what's happening, and also the reason why we have the tornado threat happening as well is because we have a lot of spin in the atmosphere, or otherwise what's called wind shear. Shears, basically, for those of you who don't know what that word means, shears, a definition, is just a fancy word for winds that like to rotate, okay? So wind shear, if you think about this, shear has two different meanings when it comes to weather, okay? When it comes to talk about weather. The first meaning is winds changing with height. That's what us meteorologists, or weathermen, weather people rather, that's what we call wind shear, okay? That's winds changing with height, so basically from ground all the way up into upper levels of the atmosphere. And then the other definition is intense winds blowing in a certain area, and that's what's called gate-to-gate shear. Gate-to-gate shear is when you have, on velocity, a value of, let's say we had a tornado that was happening, we had a 55 mile an hour wind, and we had one value that was like, let's see here. I'm trying to think. I'm not really good with math, but I should be if I'm a weatherman, okay? Say you have one value when the winds were going away from the radar, okay? And you had the other value being the same as the winds are coming inbound to the radar. When you have that, happen at the same time, where you have both values on velocity being the same, so like 55 being like away from the radar, and the other value being the same coming inbound to the radar, you're gonna basically get your value right there. And Amazon, what is 55 plus 55?
55 plus 55 is 110.
There you go, right there. So when you have both values being the same, that's when you're going to have 110 mile an hour winds. All right? And so if you have 50 and 50, that could be 100 right there. So that's what I mean by intense winds blowing in a certain area. So that's a little rundown right there of why we're seeing all this severe weather happens, because we're already into spring And so this is the most valuable time for severe weather to happen, all right? There we go. Finally, I figured it out. Okay, so moving on. Now, your Fast Track 7-day forecast looks like this, okay? So, today, like I said, morning showers this morning, okay? Then we're going to be dealing with sunny skies throughout the day and then thunderstorms tonight. Yes, it is going to be windy. We're not going to be dealing with high winds this time, thank God. But there are going to be some breezy gusts, okay? Some gusty breezes, okay? As warm air moves in, okay? As warm, dry air moves in throughout the day, okay? And yes, right there, that fast track weather alert symbol that I put right there, that is because of the severe weather threat that we have tonight. You can see our target temperature again, high of 81 today. Then as we get into tomorrow, Friday, we are going to be dealing with morning clouds. Okay, so we are going to be dealing with a lot of cloudiness tomorrow, but then it will be clearing out throughout the day tomorrow, and we will be dealing with sun. But temperatures are going to be pretty chilly, okay, still. You can see we're going to be waking up with temperatures in the morning tomorrow at 36 degrees. That is our target low overnight tonight. And then, but they will be climbing up to 45. So it will not be frigid tomorrow, but it will still be pretty chilly. So even though we'll have the sun out, that will provide a little bit of warmth for you guys to be in. So if you stand out in the sun and you're cold, the sun will help warm you up a little bit, okay? But if you go into a shade area, you're going to lose that heating, okay? It's like having a little heater outside, okay? So, but yeah, low of 36, high of 45 tomorrow. And then Saturday looking nice, really. Still pretty chilly, still pretty chilly again. Sunny skies, though. High of 46 and low 25, so it's going to be a little bit more colder that morning, but still looking very nice that day. Sunday and Monday both dealing with cloudy skies. You can see Sunday high 62, low 33. And then Monday, high 77 and low 51. So that nice warm air is returning again. Excuse me. Then as we get towards Tuesday, you can see morning rain again, okay? And then it'll clear out that day. High 77 and low 59. And then Wednesday, we have another chance for thunderstorms to move through. And you see, we're not going to be dealing with temperatures again in the 80s. Instead, high 67 and low 61 that day. So temperatures are going to be in the 60s on Wednesday, but we are still going to be looking at that chance for thunderstorms to occur, okay? Make sure you keep it here to the Fast Track Storm Center throughout the day today, as I will be keeping a very close eye on the latest updates from both the Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service about tonight's severe weather threat. I will be at work today, so I'll try and provide as many updates as I can. I'll try and post as much as I can on Facebook. If I have any alerts that come out, I will post them on both Facebook and Instagram, okay? Make sure you follow me on Facebook and YouTube, really. They're both the same, the Fast Track Storm Center. For those of you that have Instagram, however, the Fast Track Storm Center is also on Instagram. The Instagram page for the Fast Track Storm Center is at Fast Track Storm Center, okay? And so it is basically the Fast Track Storm Center, so at Fast Track Storm Center on Instagram, okay? So that is Fast Track Morning Weather. Again, keep it here throughout the day today. And then one more thing that I want to do before I let you guys go is I want to pull something up here, okay? And let's see here. There it is. Hold on. There it is, right there. Okay, so what this is that it's a acronym that I love reminding people about, especially when we're talking about the chances for severe weather, okay? So this acronym is really good to remember when we're dealing with tornadoes, okay? So the acronym is DUCK, D-U-C-K. All right, it's pretty self-explanatory if you read through it, but I'll go ahead and read through it anyway for you. So, and I talk about this a lot with people that I teach the weather to. So stands for down. Get down to the lowest level of your home, and so you can screenshot this. I'll also post this today as well, but you can take a screenshot of it if you want to. Anyway, D stands for down. Get down to the lowest level of your home. Okay, so that means get off of the upper level of your home. Okay, so if you live in a 2-story house, you want to get to the lowest level of your home. U is particularly the basement is where you want to be. Okay, basement is the best ideal place ever to be during a tornado warning or any severe weather. Okay, if you don't have that basement, get to an interior room that is the furthest away from those exterior walls, okay, of your home. So basically you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as you can. U is for under. Get under something sturdy like a workbench or a table, okay, or a sofa. And this is mainly for when we're talking about tornado warnings, okay. But I'm going to run through this with you guys. C is cover. Cover your head, okay. The number one leading cause in fatalities and injuries in tornadoes is blunt force trauma to the head injuries, basically, from people getting hit in the head with flying debris. So cover your head with mattresses, blankets, pillows. If you have a bike helmet, if you have a helmet, period, no matter if it's a bike helmet or a sports helmet, same for your kids. If they have a bike helmet or a sports helmet, get that on them when these storms come through. That'll protect their head. That'll protect their head from any flying debris. And the last one is K. Keep safe. Keeping your safe place until the storms have passed and until I or whoever you're watching online or on TV during the storms gives you the all clear to let you know that it's okay to come out of your safe spot, okay? So that is what DUCK stands for. It's pretty self-explanatory. I posted this multiple times on the Fast Track Storm Center page, but it's right here. If you guys want to take a screenshot of it or whatever, okay? But that is Fast Track Morning Weather for Thursday, March 26th. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned to the Fast Track Storm Center for any new updates I may have for you guys throughout the day today. And other than that, take care, stay safe, have a great day. Bye-bye, you guys.